Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that they have many threats. You shut down one of them and someone else pops up and scores a goal. So I just think it's a really big learning lesson for us that we have to be switched on from minute one, bought into our game plan from the very beginning, even if things aren't going great and we're not able to keep the ball as much as we'd like in those early minutes. I think fighting through those phases of play, I think will be a huge lesson for us to learn. And ultimately, like, we have to defend our goal just as much as we want to attack their goal. And I think we had moments tonight where you saw that we can play some really good footy still. We can create chances, we can get in their box. It's just now putting everything together. And I think that's just going to come with time, and we have to learn quicker than probably, I don't know. We have to learn fast, basically, going forward.
Yeah, and then with the trust with you on in the conversation, what was that like with getting started against a team like Casey?
Yeah, I think it's amazing that he trusted me at first to go up against the last year's MVP, Chewinga, and then on top of that, just trusting me to be able to play with such an amazing team. So I'm super grateful and thankful for that opportunity. And just going off what Sav said, like we learned from it and we had our chances, but we just know what to do next time.
She's being humble. She did incredible. 17.
Yeah.
Coming in and playing against the MVP of the league last year, like, that takes a lot of guts and a lot of, backing yourself. And she's put in the work to do that and earned that tonight. And I think she showed very well for herself. Thank you. Of course.
Love the love. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
What does 10,000 minutes feel like?
I'm getting old. No, it feels good. I actually had no idea. I've been a part of this league now. This is my eighth year, and coming into Sky Blue, which is now Gotham, and it was not where the league is now. And just seeing everything that the players before me have fought for, that have retired or moved on and are playing elsewhere, what they've fought for me to get the opportunities coming into the league, for there even to be a league for me to come into, and now seeing where these kids are coming into the league and where it's at now, and just the milestones that we're able to keep pushing forward. It's incredible. And so I'm just really honored to have played this long in the NWSL and to be feeling this good about my game, and that I still have more to give to this game. And I'm just excited to see where I can go and where this team can go this year.
How can you help the younger players with the experience you've had? I mean, 17, how can you help the younger players?
Yeah, I think it's kind of letting them shine, but also letting them realize that, where this league has come from, and not forgetting all of the players that have worked really hard to make sure that it's at the level that it is now coming in for them. And so that they can then in turn fight for that for the next generation and the next generation. And then just, letting them shine. Like I said, like, it's still soccer at the end of the day. It's fast and it's physical and it's not college. It's not high school club, whatever it may be, but, just kind of getting them to realize that and then just helping them grow in the environment, I think, is huge.
One more, Trinity, how much are you looking forward to playing more games like that?
Honestly, like I'm super, like, of course, happy that I got the start. And then on top of that, like, I'm excited for the more games to come. And honestly, like, this was just a milestone for hopefully a very long career for me. And honestly, I just continue wanting to play against the best players in the nation, best players in the world, and just kind of keep stepping with that and learning from today and knowing and taking the lessons that I've learned from the game, but also knowing what strengths I have and I can show to the league.
Yes, go ahead.
What do you say about your guys' defense? First half, they had 8 shot attempts. Second half, they had 0. What made you guys kind of settle in the second half and make sure you guys?
I think honestly, it's not as much about how we defended, it's how we kept the ball and took care of the ball. I think, we obviously were a little worried about their threats in behind, and they're very good at counterattacking. And so it's kind of playing that cat and mouse of how can we sustain possession and when should we sustain possession, but also, how can we turn them? And I think we were a little unsure of that, kind of on different pages in the first half. And then in the second half, I think we did a much better job at deciding when we should keep the ball and when we should turn them and make them face their own goal. And that's, I think, what helped our defense not having to have to defend as much, and then ultimately them not getting shots off.
Yeah, and
After these months working with the new coach, do you feel the European style that you still have me, or do you have with the case, for example, when she was here, or what this new system brings to you for the team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're looking at this year as a completely new year. It's a completely new group of players, a new staff. And so Jonas has come in and dictated how he would like us to play, and based off of our personnel and what we as players can bring to the table, I think it's merged really well. We have a lot of footballers on this team. Like, we want to play really pretty football. We want to defend hard. But ultimately we want to keep the ball and sustain attacks. And I think Jonas coming in to help us along in that process and really lay out the tactics has been really good. Now it's just putting all of the pieces together going forward to put a complete performance together.
anybody else? Okay, cool. Thank you, ladies.
Thanks, guys.